Hi, I'm Lillian McMorris, and welcome to the Lillian McMorris Show, where we give you information about programs, projects, events, and highlight individuals right here in our community. We love to give information, so make sure you join us, and we usually come on at 7 o'clock, 7 days a week, so I like that, 7 and 7, 7 p.m., 7 days a week, right here on Cox 96, and of course, we always want to thank them for being a major sponsor of our show. I'm going to get started today because I have a lady that I met many years ago, and she was very much in health and exercise and had written books and brought me all of these things, and she's very, very interested in history, women's legacy, women's history. She has a nonprofit, Women of Diversity, and they do a lot of filming, editing, put books together. Please welcome Marlene Adrian. Welcome, Marlene.
My pleasure to be here.
I'm trying to remember all the things that we have done together over the years. It's just, it's a lot.
Yes, it's
a lot.
Almost 20 years.
Almost 20 years. Wow. That's a long time. Come on, Marlene. But, you know, you're still preserving history.
Well, I'm very interested in the fact that when I came to Las Vegas, it reaffirmed a lot of my childhood opinions and perceptions, and that is that women are mainly invisible. Mm-hmm. And when you think about the fact that Kathy Whitworth was the winningest women's golfer. Mm-hmm. She won more golf tournaments than any man or any woman. It was 88 at that time. And when you think about it, there might be one or two books mm-hmm. written either by her or for her or about her. Mm-hmm. And when Tiger Woods came on, he had 20 books written about him
almost
in no
immediately,
time
right?
Whatsoever. And the men's books, publicity, and the Review Journal was doing a history of Las Vegas when I came in the in the middle 90s.
Middle 90s, right?
And one woman was mentioned. Wow. Florence Murphy,
correct,
because of the airport, mm-hmm. but no other woman. And I thought, how could you have that if there are no women here?
Right.
And I was floored by all the wonderful women who were mm-hmm. here in the city.
Right.
We had Barbara Buckley, we had Dina Titus, mm-hmm. there was Yvonne Atkinson Gates, right. who reminded me, and unfortunately she didn't do as much, but I thought of Shirley Chisholm correct. Immediately when I would hear her talk and the energy had at that time. Mm-hmm. So I saw all these women-owned businesses, the women, you including, Kim Russell and mm-hmm. others, who just made me think that why isn't there more about those women? Mm-hmm. Shouldn't we be videotaping them?
And that's what you started doing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We used to have our displays like up at the library. Remember the West Charleston Library, the art center that was in there? Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so it was my thought that I needed to give visibility to the women.
Mm-hmm. And you have done I commend you. I mean, a Native American, you have gone all over the state of Nevada. You're fabulous.
Nevada women were exciting. And I have to admit that every time I met a woman here in Las Vegas, she almost became a role model or a mentor or mm-hmm. somebody that I thought, oh my goodness, Helen Toland, for right. example. And it was just that everybody I met seemed to have an energy in the 90s to create something, mm-hmm. to produce something.
Right.
And we lost some of that during the recession, et cetera. Mm-hmm. But you came through again. You also were a very entrepreneur woman who made things happen. And mm-hmm. in 2005, it was the Las Vegas Centennial. So I said, we've got to put 256 women on the wall. And you were one we interviewed, and we had deceased women, we had living women, and we said, here are the women who should be archived, should be set down so other people could see it. And I started a video website then, etc. And this last year and a half has been the Nevada Women's Legacy Project, 150 years of excellence.
And that is so wonderful.
And we not only have videos, but we have the book.
Oh my gosh.
That the steering committee said, you have to make a book about this.
That's right, because the first discussion,
that wasn't part of what I wanted
the first discussion was just the video, because that's what you do, is video production.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, you had to put together a book.
And I felt that video gives the passion, the excitement, and you see the faces and hear their voices.
Right.
Whereas
It brings life.
This is sort of a dead thing. However, it isn't. In going and talking to people, we still need written text about the bio here,
Right.
a picture, and then the bio on the website.
And then it
where
all
you can
comes
see the
together. It's
videos,
all
and
real.
It all fits together. And some people say, oh, we just need the audio because I'm driving my car or I'm walking on the street with my little iPhone or I have my and I want to just hear the voices. I
Right.
don't have time for anything else. And others say, oh no, I need the book.
Well, you
because I can flip
you
the
made it a
pages.
combination of everything.
So we do everything.
Right, because that's tangible. That's in my hand.
Right.
Yeah.
But see, my passion is not only to preserve the history and give the history and show it, but I want something to happen about that. I want to create a woman appreciated future or society.
Right.
And you must agree, if you read all the news in the last year, we've regressed and we have not appreciated the women. The women are being trafficked.
Yeah, right.
They're
right.
prostitutes,
And that's
or
why
sex symbols.
I
or
love what you're doing. The mission of Women of Diversity is to enhance the lives of women and therefore of society. So we support the mission through the publication and free distribution of education and literary materials. And I give you all the blessings. I respect everything that you've done. I'm just in awe because you just keep going with the Women's Legacy. Nevada Women's Legacy Project, sponsored by Women of Diversity. I'm going to give your website so people can go and see what you have done because the website gives everything. It is www.nevadawomensvirtualcenter.org. That's Nevada Women's virtualcenter.org, and the phone number for more information is 702-341-9807. That's 702-341-9807. Now, when they go to your website, I know you've got seminars and special events and things that focus on empowering us as women. And all of that information is on your website, right, Marlene?
That's correct. And the next event is going to be April 25th at the State Museum. And we're going to be talking about gentrification, empowering women by what they did, and they worked together in the organizations they developed, and what influence that had in the early years, during the women's movement, the civil rights movement, the environmental movement, and then now today. And do we need to have a different model of women working together, women working with the men,
and reaching out to the younger women in our community,
and then getting the younger women who are exciting, really.
Right.
And they have formed more.
So we'll have
groups
more
and more
information on this
organizations.
gentrification and information of what you're doing now on the website. Again, that's NevadaWomensVirtualCenter.org. We want to thank Marlene Adrian again for coming and being our guest. We appreciate you so much. Thank you, Marlene.
And thank you.
Thank you. We're going to take a little break. We'll be right back.
You know your business could really benefit from a great mobile app. Being accessible on mobile devices everywhere can take you to new heights of audience interaction that will improve sales, service, and your customers' overall experience of your experience. Thankfully, we're here to help. We can help you build a beautiful mobile app and mobile website. Rely on our expertise to handle everything from start to finish affordably and professionally. Contact us for a free demo to see what an app for your business would look like.
And welcome back. On our last show last week, we talked a little bit about Goodwill of Southern Nevada and what they're doing to help employers and possible employees. Well, they do so much more in our community. As a matter of fact, they're opening 4 more locations. And I have Kathy Top here. Welcome, Kathy.
Thank you so much.
And Kathy is Goodwill of Southern Nevada spokesperson.
Yes.
So we get to talk about everything, not just the job portion, but we're going to talk about everything because you have, I'm going to read this mission statement because we have a mission. They didn't change it much. We wrote this, many years ago. Goodwill of Southern Nevada is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to provide education, employment, and training for people with disabilities and other barriers to employment to maximize the quality of life for each individual served.
Absolutely.
And we are growing so much by leaps and bounds. We have so many places. Let's talk about the various careers that we're helping people with, the various things that creating economic energy for people.
Well, what's so great about Goodwill, as you know, is that it's this beautiful cycle of giving. So you can help the community so much by simply cleaning out your closet.
Right.
So for a lot of us who may not have a $5, $100, $1,000 to give to a charity, but still want to help this community,
Right.
all you have to do
Is make a donation.
Is make a donation of gently used items.
Right.
So what happens is, as you know, those items go into the Goodwill stores.
Right.
And when people shop for those items, the money is used to fund various job training and job placement programs. So literally, by cleaning out your closet, you are changing someone's
You're part
life.
of the whole circle of changing lives.
Absolutely.
Right. Creating economic empowerment.
Exactly.
Let's talk about some things specific. Now, you have a veteran integration program. We call it VIP.
Because veterans are
Our
they
VIPs. That's right. That's
it's
right.
an incredible program that was started about a year ago, 2 years ago, I'm sorry, by the Nevada Women's Philanthropy. They gave us a great grant. And so we were able to actually put veterans on our staff at our
Wow.
Career Connections centers because veterans have various challenges many times when
Absolutely.
it comes to finding work. Sometimes it's post-traumatic stress. Sometimes it's just taking that military resume and translating it into civilian terms because there's differences. And you just need someone to talk to and someone to understand what you've been
Right.
through. And so that's what this
Let's see if we can
grant-
find the job that you can handle at that
Exactly.
particular time.
And letting employers know that while my resume may sound like I've done something totally different, it's just because it's called something different in the military.
Yeah, rather than where on stateside, as one would say.
Exactly.
Yes. Now, that's a VIP program. So let's talk about the elite program, which is Youth Empowerment Program.
Well, we also have expanded our services to work specifically with youth. So Elite is these incredible young men and women who all have a documented disability, but that does not mean that they can't achieve.
Exactly.
And so we are
Oh my
helping-
gosh, I
Yep.
love that.
So we're helping them basically believe in themselves because they have it in them,
Right.
but sometimes they just need someone to help them get to the next level.
Right. And then patience, understanding, finding the right niche.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let's talk about our student work experience program.
Our SWEP program.
Yeah.
I love this program because it's just so empowering. We work with the Clark County School District with students with disabilities. And so the students go into our stores and they learn on the job. Some
Right.
tasks like following directions. Can you relate to people? Being in a different environment than what they're used to. You see the transformation in some of these
Absolutely.
students. It's phenomenal.
Absolutely. I've experienced that early on when we were experimenting with these various programs and had the collaboration with Target. And we would take the student there and they would learn maybe 2 things to do. And someone from Goodwill would go with them like the first 2 weeks and train them with the Target person. And pretty soon they had a job. Now they
know.
maybe only did those 2 things, stocking that shelf or pushing the bag, but they did it. They did it so well.
And then when
And that's so important.
And when they got that job, it's such a feeling of, it changes someone's
Absolutely.
life.
Absolutely. Career Connections Job Center.
We actually have 2 Career Connections job centers. We have one at Cheyenne and MLK.
That's your corporate office as well, correct?
Exactly.
Okay.
And then we also have another one inside the store at Tropicana and Pecos.
Okay.
And so when the economy started to turn, and it was everyone, I think all of us know
Yeah,
someone
all of
who-
us felt it.
Yeah,
Yes.
and lost jobs and lost
Real estate.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was very, very hard here in Las Vegas. Because our Goodwill has a local board, as you know, we can make local decisions.
Right.
And so we decided to focus on, the average person who has lost a job, who needs some help.
Right.
And so we open up these centers that offer 100% free job search help. We have counselors there. We have
Yes.
free internet access. We have workshops. We have all the skills that you need to learn, as well as all the resources that you might need. Because when you lose a job, I mean, as you know, all of a sudden it's a snowball effect.
Yes.
You can't pay.
It also affects your emotional state.
Oh,
Yeah. It's like, what am I going to do?
And so you need someone to talk to. More than that, you might need a gas card. You might need some help with clothing. You might not be able to pay your internet bill anymore
right.
because it's pay the internet or put food on the table.
Right.
So that's why Goodwill is there. And again, it's 100% free, no cost.
Yeah, I've
to the
sent
job
people
seeker.
there. You give them bus passes, help them find a location to go look for a job. I mean, it's an amazing help tool that you have.
And it's funded primarily by the retail stores.
By the retail stores.
By your
and at your
donations.
corporate stores, as we give our donations, that's jobs because they have to sort all of that stuff.
And that's a great point. It's not just helping those training programs. It's actually providing, I mean, there's over 700 team members right now. Those are jobs with benefits after vesting.
Jobs with benefits. I love it. Jobs with benefits. You opened 4 new locations.
Oh, yes, this is a huge year. We are expanding our retail operations, which, as you mentioned, creates jobs. And about 100 jobs will be created with the expansion of our retail. And again, all those extra funds that will help our job placement and training programs. So it's exciting. We have our first store opening coming up very shortly, and we'll have about one almost every other month. We'll be announcing them soon. Goodwill
That is
store
so
openings
wonderful. Right.
it's an event.
It is an event. Yes. It used to be a small event. Now it is an event.
It is.
But we want to thank them, and thank you, of course, for being in our community.
thank
And that's
you.
one of my taglines, in our community, for our community. And that's exactly what you do.
And thank you for serving
It
with
is
Goodwill.
it is my pleasure. Creating economic energy and build strong families and strong communities. And that is what Goodwill does. We have been in this community, gosh, how many years? I was trying to think as I was speaking.
40 years.
40 plus years,
Yeah,
actually.
40 years,
Yeah. That we started here. And I remember when we had to ask permission to put the little donation things on a parking lot.
And-
at Walmart says, yeah, Walmart was the first one that said yes, and we could bring on donations on the parking lot.
And they're a great community partner.
Yeah.
And it's, it's important to have those locations that are so convenient. So
It
all
is.
of our businesses and our community who supports that, I mean, it's
We
just-
thank them.
Of course.
I'm going to give you a website you can go, www.goodwillvegas.com. That's goodwillvegas.com. If you want to call them, you have a question, you need a job, you want to find out about a bus pass, if you're a veteran, call them. That's 702-214-2000. 702-214-2000. Thank you so much, Kathy, for joining us and
Thank
sharing
you.
your information. We
Appreciate
appreciate
it.
it. Thank you. We're going to take a little break. We'll be right back. The Lillian McMorris Show is produced by Tego and Associates Productions. Multi-camera shoots either in our studio or on location. That's Tego and Associates Productions. Give us a call at 702-509-7728. And welcome back. We talk about community, mind, body, spirit, and community. This is a nonprofit organization that is the focus. It's called the Solace Foundation. Please welcome Minister Love. Thank you so much for joining us. Minister C. Love Jordan. So I'm going to call you Minister Love. How about that? I like that.
Absolutely. Thank you
You
so
look
much for
absolutely beautiful. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. So do you.
Tell us about the Solace Foundation.
The Solace Foundation is a 501(c) nonprofit organization that helps with reintegration after traumatic experiences with soldiers and families.
Right.
And then we expanded it to help individuals with healing mind, body, and spirit.
Okay. Soldiers and families. You and I spoke a little bit about that the other night when we talked. Let's expand that conversation because there are so many. As a matter of fact, we were just talking to Goodwill, and they were talking about how they help veterans, which goes hand in hand with what you do with your foundation.
Right.
So what are some of the experiences and how do you help our veterans?
Well, we are a military family. My husband went to Iraq twice.
Right.
And he came back injured. He also had a physical injury and then a mental injury, PTSD,
Right.
which affected our entire family. in the process of healing ourselves, we learned how to use the tools that we were born with, as well as nature. And we assist individuals through counseling. We assist them with getting resources, as well as providing vacations, retreats to heal and relax.
Right. Heal and relax. That's two great words. Tell me about your Reiki initiative.
Our Reiki initiative that actually came about because I'm a Reiki master teacher, and that
And
also
for people who don't know, what is Reiki?
Reiki is a healing modality, a natural holistic healing modality that allows you to transfer energy and create a balance within the individual, also removing blockages. So Reiki actually means universal life energy.
Okay. And how do you connect the two in order to help people through the foundation?
We connect the two by helping them understand that we have the ability to heal ourselves. And when you go inside yourself to find out what is actually going on spiritually, you're able to then help yourself externally.
Okay. And what do you expect for people to go? You said that you're asking for donations. So donations go into the foundation, which helps the veterans and their families.
It helps the veterans and their families as well as the community as a whole. So right now our Reiki initiative helps 20 members of the community get scholarships. We actually provide the scholarships,
Okay.
and we train them in Reiki level 1, and it's free of charge to them.
Now, when you say scholarships for?
Scholarships to become certified. Each scholarship is worth $200. If you were to take a Reiki course outside of our foundation, it would be $150 to $200. And then individuals actually practice Reiki in the community as a business, and they charge individuals. But what we're offering is to take that modality and heal themselves versus having to come to a practitioner like myself to give you a treatment.
Okay. And what do you need from the community to help your foundation and help, obviously, veteran soldiers and their families of combat, as you call them, and other people that are coming to you? Well, before I ask that, what is Friends in the Desert?
Friends in the Desert is a Henderson-based nonprofit organization that helps with the community, feeding them, clothing them, and providing them essentials. And so as Solace Foundation, we assist with collecting charitable donations for the community. And we take them up there, and we help in that way.
Oh, wonderful. Now let's go back to my initial question about people helping you. So therefore, that kind of is a, they help you, they help the soldiers, they help the NPOs, as you call them. They help Friends in the Desert, and they help the community Reiki initiative.
Right. We have so many things that we offer because as a whole, we need different things. And so one individual may need clothing, one individual may need spiritual guidance, another individual may need, a vacation to relax and rejuvenate from traumatic experiences.
Right.
Regrouping after a war with your family to be able to reconnect is really important to us, and helping them do that.
Right.
We were blessed to have that opportunity through other organizations when we were coming through that. And so now we're offering that to the soldiers who may not have that opportunity through other sources.
So what do you need from the community?
We actually need corporate sponsorship as well as funds. And so it is very easy. Go to Solace Foundation, Solace, SOLACE,
FDN.
FDN, which stands for Foundation,
Right.
and donate at our donatable tab.
Okay. And everything is tax deductible?
Everything is tax deductible because we're a 501(c)(3). Yes,
Okay. What is your vision? Where do you go from here?
Goodness, there's no limits because the divine just keeps on giving us, and we keep on accepting the responsibility to help as many individuals as we can to heal with their mind, body, and spirit, become in alignment, and truly to teach them that they have the ability to do this without relying on somebody on the outside, to listen to their higher self and be connected on that level.
And you mentioned earlier about holistic healing.
Yes. So Reiki is a holistic practice. And so holistically, you have the ability to heal yourself with your own ability to interpret your situations. So if you interpret it as a negative situation, then
It's going to be
it's
negative.
going to continue to be negative. However, if you change the way you think about those things, if you start incorporating nature, changing the way you eat, different situations like that will create a healthier situation for you.
How do you get people to come and be a part of your organization and get the healing and get everything that you offer?
We do have the website, solacefdn.org. We have a volunteer tab, so if you fill out the volunteer information tab, we can go ahead and contact you back.
Okay. This is your platform. You're talking to Las Vegas.
Right.
Tell them in your own words what you have, what you need, and the end result.
What we have is a nonprofit organization that is geared towards helping individuals align the mind, body, and spirit to become healthy internally as well as externally, to create a balance and become more centered. What we actually need from the community is support financially as well as volunteers. At some point, we are doing a Reiki initiative at the West Las Vegas Art Center on April 11th as well as the 30th. At this time, we are accepting individuals who would like to come down there on 2 days from 12 to 4 to give the community Reiki, to expose them to this beautiful healing modality, as well as educate them. So I'll be there to educate.
Right.
I've initiated and certified my sister and my husband, and we also do treatments on ourselves in order to create a balance and health in and around us. And we just would like to share.
And you're sharing that,
We would like to
sharing the
share.
love, sharing the belief that we can heal ourselves. But the main thing is making sure you get to our veterans and soldiers and families of people that have been in combat and come back and need that natural healing, need that love and care and support that you're offering.
Yeah, we went through a lot coming back, and it's absolutely necessary in some situations to use medication, but a lot of situations there's spiritual disturbances that come from the experiences that they have overseas, and those traumas absolutely can be healed in many different ways. And treating them alternatively is a really, really good idea before inundating, with medications that may not be necessary.
So we're going to have people give the website and phone number, and it can give you a call and talk about mind, body, spirit, and how you can share this with them and with our community, okay?
Wonderful.
And the website for the Solis Foundation is www.solacefdn.org. That's solacefdn.org. And the phone number is 702-701-0717. That's 702-701-0717. Thank you so much, Minister Love Jordan. We appreciate you
so
being
much.
here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.